Hi guys, welcome back to my channel once again here on YouTube. Thank you for joining me today for this review I'm about to do for Ring of Honor's first ever event, the first ever, well, the debut of Ring of Honor basically. So this is the Era of Honor Begins from February 23rd, 2002. This is a remastered edition. I watched this for the very first ever time. I didn't know what to expect, so it was quite exciting for me to jump straight into this and experience how Ring of Honor debuted. And let's check it out then. So the front cover looks pretty cool. We've got Christopher Daniels, the Fallen Angel there, Low Key in the middle, and the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, covered in blood there. And this was from Philadelphia, as I said, February 23rd, 2002. There's the spine and the disc. And here's the back. So yeah, as I said, didn't know what to expect going into this one, so it was very exciting to experience the debut of Ring of Honor, I must admit. Before I begin, I'd let you know there was a lot of bad language throughout the whole event. If you're looking to watch this and you're easily offended, I'll give you a warning about that now too, because there were various promos that had a lot of F-bombs, so fuck was used quite a lot, and there was racism, discrimination, and homophobic references quite a lot as well during promos and on commentary. So that kind of sucked, but it just goes to show how much times have changed now, moving on near 20 years now since this took place. So let's go over the matches then. We had the Hit Squad versus the Christopher Street Connection, and the Christopher Street Connection, were basically a gay tag team, and they were getting proper criticized by the commentary team and the crowd a little bit too, and the Hit Squad just came in and really brutally beat them down, and the match was, if you want to call it a match, was over within a minute or so. And they had a female like manager or valet with them, and she was put through a table. So it was a strange way to open up the event. I give that match a 1 out of 5. I know, yeah, sorry guys, I'm starting to, when I do my reviews now, I'll rate the matches out of 5 so it can try and help a little bit more, you know, so you know what you're about to buy or watch if you're interested in purchasing this or watching this or whatever, so you know what you're letting yourself in for, basically. Next up, we had a very young Jay Briscoe and Mark Briscoe out in the back doing a promo. It's just strange looking back, seeing how young they were. No hair, no beards, not really. Less tattoos. Yeah, so we had Jay Briscoe against Amazing Red, who also looked very young in this. It was a very good match. I did like it. It was quite a shock outcome. I won't spoil it for you because I'd like you guys to check that one out if you can. I'm going to give that one a 3. 3 out of 5. We had Xavier against Scott Andrews. This match was quite even, I thought, all the way through. Not a lot to report on that one, really. I give that a 2.5 out of 5. We had the well, before we go into that match, there was a promo with the Naturalborn Sinners, which are made up of Homicide and Boogaloo, and it showed the place they grew up in, like a rough neighborhood, and that's where a lot of the racist language and uh, discrimination language would kick in. So that's why I gave you that warning at the beginning. I'm not going to repeat anything they said, but if you're going to watch this, just be prepared. And then there's like a another promo of them at the back chasing people with chainsaws with a Michael Myers mask on and a Hannibal Lecter mask. Just crazy. And then they come to the ring with revving chainsaws wearing their masks. Very good heel tag team. Definitely very good heel tag team, but I don't like the use of some of their wording in some of their promos. But as I said, this is the older generation, 20 years ago, and a lot's changed since then. But people will be easily offended by some of this stuff and content on here. The Boogie Knights, their opponents, they didn't really stand much of a chance against them, really. It was a good match until like a screwy finish. I'll have to tell you the result so I can elaborate a bit more on it. So basically, the referee called for a disqualification on the naturalborn sinners. So the Boogie Knights picked up the victory, and for the referee's troubles, he got, well, Homicide reached for his pocket. It looked like he pulled out a knife, but it wasn't. It was a spike. They attacked the referee and then stuck the spike through his head, busted him open. A little later on, he wasn't pleased in a promo backstage, and he was dropping a shitload of F-bombs on somebody, speaking to somebody on the phone about what had happened, and he wasn't happy. So as I said, a lot of bad language in this too. Moving on, we had an ultimate aerial elimination match between, I think they're twins, Joe and Jose Maximo. The Amazing Red again in action. Quiet Storm, Chris Devine, and Brian XL. And the the special guest referee for this was ECW's Mikey Whipwreck, which was very interesting. It was hard to keep up with this match. It was all over the place, really. There's like 6 competitors, lots of high-flying moves, as you would expect from this kind of match. And it came down to, I think it was Joe Maximo and Quiet Storm. And Quiet Storm picked up the victory there. This one I gave 3 out of 5 for. For the match, sorry, 3 out of 5. Next up, we had Michael Shane and Oz versus Spanky and Akaika Iowa. I think I say his name right. So Spanky, you guys may remember from WWE as the Brian Kendrick or whatever. And yeah, this is for a contract for Ring of Honor match. So the winning team would get an ongoing contract with Ring of Honor and continue on with their next event, which is interesting. And yeah, the match itself wasn't too bad. Bit strange. Spanky's entrance music was Christina Aguilera's "Genie in the Bottle," and some of the other wrestlers had interesting theme music as well. So they didn't really care about licensing issues back then with all these entrance music they were using. But fair play to him if he wants that as his theme music. Check it out though. That was an okay match. Another 3 out of 5. I give that one. We had IWA Intercontinental Championship, which was vacant, on the line here between Super Crazy and Eddie Guerrero. Eddie spelt with a Y there, look. And Eddie Guerrero, this was when he'd been fired from WWF after his, I think he had a car accident and he was driving under the influence. Or I do apologise if he didn't have a car accident, but it was something to do with him drink driving, and he was released from his contract in WWF, and then he joined the independent circuit and made his Ring of Honor debut here. This match was very good. I give it a 3.5 out of 5. I won't spoil the outcome for you if you want to check that one out as well. But it was very good. Then we got to the main event, which I really enjoyed. So we had the American Dragon versus Low Key versus Christopher Daniels. Wow, some of the moves and holds they were doing on each other, just so impressive, and it certainly caught my attention. Um, it was a long match as well. I do believe the right person had won. I'm going to give it this one a score of 4 out of 5. No, I'll be fair. I'm going to give this match a score of 5 out of 5. Actually, yeah, definitely. So yeah, not all in all, not a bad start for Ring of Honor. My only nitpicks or whatever, or things I'm not happy with, is what I said earlier, like the language used and that. But obviously, it's to be expected back then. I don't care about like swearing so much because I swear a lot myself. Unfortunately, it's just like the discrimination side of things, racism and homophobia, that kind of thing. I'm against all that. I don't like all that. So that wasn't cool. This was apparently remastered. The audio on it did sound quite shitty still, but again, it's a 20-year-old DVD. It's to be expected. The venue they used inside of like a hall, which looks like it was used for basketball events and stuff. It was quite small, but I didn't mind. It's fine. I didn't mind that at all. Just trying to describe how the layout looked of the arena. It still looked quite cool. Oh, there was also another match, but it wasn't listed on the back. Towel Boy. So basically, this guy that goes around wiping the ring ropes and stuff, like just a up and coming. Well, he wants to be a wrestler kind of thing. Does that make sense? Like when you get football players or soccer players for our American friends, where you get somebody wants to work their way up and they have to clean the boots and that. So we got Towel Boy for wrestling, and he went up against King Nana. He just got annihilated with under a minute or so, and that just seemed like a pointless match, waste of time. Funny thing is, Steve Corino said to Towel Boy before he went out backstage. The cameraman picked him up, saying, "Go on, get yourself over. Go on out there, lad." Great stuff. But yeah, overall then, rating this, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. So very good start for Ring of Honor, I thought. And as I said, first time I watched it in my entire life this far back, Ring of Honor. But yeah, so that's what it was like when they debuted. Then I thought to myself, wow. Let me know in the comments below, guys, if you've ever seen this or you're thinking about watching this or purchasing it or whatever. I'd be grateful to comment back and hear your thoughts. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. It means a lot to me. And hope you're all well and staying safe throughout the shitty time we're living in at the moment. Take good care of yourselves, guys. Peace.